Friends, I am Dr. Surajit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Tissue salt therapy, part 43, Natrum sulph 2. Natrum sulph for gastric symptoms. Owing to too much discharge of bile from liver, biliousness. Viscid coating of greenish grey and greenish brown layer on tongue indicates biliousness and direct physician to consider Natrum sulph as a remedy. These two picture is most important as to tongue symptoms of Natrum sulph. On the other hand, white or greyish coating of tongue indicates insufficient discharge of bile and direct physician to consider calimure as a probable remedy. These two, calimure. These two, Natrum sulph. Mouth tastes bitter, full of viscid mucus with gallbladder colic. Lead colic, low potency to apply frequently in case of lead colic. Vomiting of bile, vertigo and headache. Green fluid-like vomiting, green fluid stool, eyes yellow, skin pale, headache with stomach problem, cutting pain in hepatic region, hepatomegaly, worse when lying on left side, soreness below ribs on the left side too with cough. Hepatic region, actually this region is hepatic region. This portion, this red portion, this portion is hepatic region. It is actually epigastrium and right hypochondrium. This conjointly is the hepatic region. Hepatomegaly means liver is enlarged due to inflammation or irritation. Natrum sulph for abdomen and stool. Deep greenish bilious diarrhea. Deep greenish bilious diarrhea or bilious vomiting. Feeling of joy after evacuation of liquid stool in the morning. Underlined. This is a very peculiar symptom. In the morning, patient goes to laboratory and passes a liquid stool and he returns with joy in mind. This is the feeling of Natrum sulph patient. Worse in wet cold weather, heat sensation in lower part of abdomen and rectum, bilious stool. After mental stress, colic pain from accumulation of wind in abdomen. This is also available in Kalium phosphoricum, that is Califos. Liver sore, intense piercing pain, cutting pain in lower abdomen. This is also MacPhos and Ferramphos. These two medicine, this symptom is also there. To stop fierce inflammation of colon. Inflammation of colon is called typhlitis. Inflammation of colon is typhlitis. That to stop this, use lower potency alternately with cheap remedy Ferramphos. Ferramphos and Natrum sulph jointly used to stop typhlitis. Typhlitis is a very bad type of disease. If you cannot stop it, it may cause death of the patient. Diarrhea, most seniors, almost worse in wet damp weather after rain. There, this is appendix and enteropenic enterocolitis. This is the part of the typhlitis. Natrum sulph for urinary symptoms. The chief remedy in diabetes. I have already mentioned that in case of diabetes, all the three Natrum salts are used, but principal remedy are two, Natrum sulph and Natrum phos. Of that, most important is Natrum sulph. To stop kidney damage, from high blood sugar, use low potency. That is 3x or 6x can be used here. Lactic acid sediment in urine indicative of need for use of Natrum sulph. Red brick dust-like or sand-like sediments at the bottom of container. Fine sandy stones are seen at the bottom of urine of bilious arthritic patient. Note this type of sediment received below the container. Natrum sulph for male genital symptoms. Hydrocele. Hydrocele, actually accumulation of fluid in testicles. Calcarea phos is also used here. Enlarged prostate. This is enlarged prostate. This is healthy prostate. This is enlarged prostate. Prepucial swelling. Prepuce is the skin in front of the male penis. There is severe swelling. Sometimes happens. It's this prepucial swelling. And Natrum sulph is a very good medicine there. It is to be used with alternate NM, Natrum. With Natrum it can be used. Chronic syphilis, syphilitic condylomata. Syphilitic condylomata means some sort of growth. And chronic syphilis, you know, chronic syphilis actually, in chronic syphilis the skin is affected. The skin is covered with coppery colored eruptions in the palm also. If this type of skin disease appeared on the palm, make it sure that it is not ordinary skin disease. It is chronic syphilitic skin disease. Again, chronic gonorrhea with characteristic discharge also there. Chronic gonorrhea, in case of chronic gonorrhea, in front of male genitalia or female genitalia, deep yellow pus, drop of pus comes. That is called glit. That is characteristic discharge. Natrum sulph for female genital symptoms. Profuse menses with morning diarrhea or constipation and colic. Leukorrhea acrid. Genitals inflamed, swollen, full of vesicles. Tongue symptom must corroborate. That is, before giving medicine in this situation, that is female genital organs symptomatic totality, you must corroborate the tongue symptom must be there, because tongue symptom is a very important guidance of Natrum sulph. Tongue symptom means actually this type of, this is brownish, greenish, yellowish tongue. This must be there. Natrum sulph for pregnancy, mouth taste is bitter, bilious vomiting in the morning sickness. This is morning sickness. Natrum sulph for respiratory symptoms, intense asthma with green pus-like profuse mucus and morning diarrhea, inflammation of windpipe, wheezing respiration, all complaint worse in damp, wet weather. This is the key symptom of Natrum sulph. Tongue symptom, here also tongue symptom must corroborate. Life case. Mrs. Ketoki Barma, aged 36 years, one of my old students, one day came to my chamber and asked, "Sir, can you cure diabetes? I know from my superiors that neither parents of me had blood sugar problems. Yet I have been suffering from it for last 2 years. I want cure." I asked, when and how does it start? After a fortnight of my daughter's annaprashan, actually daughter's son's annaprashan, I had an attack of sudden high fever. My husband took me to an allopathic physician who very first got me ready to carry on the rubbles of family. I noted carefully, from that event my blood sugar problem arose. But sir, please mind that I do not want to take handful of medicines day after day. I want complete cure. Having taken note of the case completely, I was in a fix. The case in no way came to my under purview of Natrum sulph or Natrum phos, the principal remedy in biochemic for treatment of blood sugar. Our general cast anchor in such cases, these two are the general cast anchor. But on examining the tongue, I noted a whitish coating at the base. Also got a taint of psychosis in the family. On examination, I showed that liver showed two-finger enlargement. On query, I came to know fats and oils are unbearable, menstrual period postponing type. I made her realize the problem of possibility of cure of diabetes in short. That is, diabetes in general, if it is familial, it is very hard to cure. But it is not according to family lineage. Then, if it comes from sudden attack of other type of disease, then it can be cured. Now, in this case also, he has noted that there is he has a severe fever. Thereafter this starts, and in family there was no diabetes. So I think this may be cured. This I made him realize. And also how to replace the old drug gradually, because he is taking old drugs. This is to be gradually taper off, and new drug is to be taper in. That I made him understand how to do it. Otherwise there will be no cure. What is not possible. You cannot stop abrupt the older medicines. You have to generally taper off it, and the new medicine will be increasing day by day. Calamur 30x twice a day for 1 month was my prescription. For next month 1 dose only. Treatment still going on. I think there is much chance. Better chance to for her cure, because there are two particular symptoms I have already mentioned. One is there is no problem in no diabetes in family line, and his diabetes has started after an acute attack of fever. For that reason, it is curable. This is finishing. I mean, this video is finished. Thanks for listening and viewing. If you got anything to say, please write down in the comment section. I will certainly reply.